Classical music is the spiritual factor which brings people together and unites them, irrespective of culture and religion, appealing to sublime senses.
Young Artists International is a non-profit humanitarian organization. Dedicated to promoting and developing the careers of exceptionally gifted young musicians from all over the world, the organization provides a forum bringing performers and diverse audiences together. Based in Los Angeles since its founding in 1997, Young Artists International has presented over 200 concerts, events, and festivals nationwide and internationally.
Since I was privileged to work with many gifted young musicians, I felt it is my responsibility to help them to preserve and develop the great tradition of classical music art. We spoke with one of the greatest musicians and humanitarian of the 20th century, Yehudi Menuhin, and he was first who not only listened, not only expressed his sympathy, but actively decided to help. And our organization, which is called Young Artists International, was born.
The organization is backed by the world's greatest living classical musicians as artistic advisors, such as Vladimir Ashkenazy, Gidon Kramer, Cho Lang Lin, Igor Oystra, Vadim Repin, including the late Lord Yehudi Menuhin as founding member in memoriam.
Life of a young musician, no matter how talented, is very difficult to achieve recognition. Part of it is that the instruction, the master classes that our artistic advisors and Edward Schmieder put on really allow these musicians to hone their skills to a higher level, particularly in terms of the quality of human communication.
When I first thought of going to go to LA to meet like 22 new people I never saw before, that was kind of scary, and you have a weird feeling, but then you see the people and just they're great. And I learned that you can just go there with an open mind.
Now they have graduated and they received their diplomas and they have won international awards. So naturally everybody thinks they're okay. But the next 2-3 years are very crucial in how they will achieve their professional goals.
Always nice to go to a new place to play some music.
Also to play with happy young colleagues.
The spirit is different because everybody wants to be a soloist here. So everybody's, all divas, and everybody wants to do the best.
Please find Shostakovich in your folder.
Next will be my pen.
Shostakovich's piece, for example, it really relates you to history and stuff that's happened in history and war. So you feel the solidarity among the musicians, that they're from everywhere.
It was the personal protest of the composer against terror, which one group of people is imposing against another group of people.
Sometimes it's really from the inside, very soft-spoken, but very emotional. It's like it feels like someone wants to scream, but they can't.
It's how man expresses his dilemma of
the human experience in all its complexity.
Well, it's in some ways hard to separate Edward Schmieder from the role of conductor and the role of human being.
That's why I went to him for my graduate studies, because he knows something which goes beyond regular music instruction.
It's that burning passion that makes Edward Schmieder so special and which draws musicians and audiences to him.
Music communicates to people by different means. One of them is sound, another one is rhythm, and what is even more important is emotional energy which is coming from the artist to the audience. And of course we very easily can measure the qualities of the sound, and we can feel the qualities of the rhythm, but emotional energy is a very abstract thing which some people feel, some do not feel and do not believe it exists. I do believe it exists, and the fact that we cannot measure today this precisely with certain machines doesn't prove that it does not exist, because a short time ago electricity could not be measured, or radio waves could not be measured.
These are young musicians at the very peak of their powers, at both technically and, more importantly, in terms of the passion and the commitment they bring to the music. Making extraordinary music, which to my mind stands at the core of life and the core of what is finest about human beings.
Through great music which lived for centuries and which always carried with it positive element, we do whatever we can to develop good in people.
I think music can help everything, like everybody's emotions and also sadness. And yes, we can do something, but we are searching for that something.
Ask any human being in the world, do they want war? No, they will say that they want peace. How come if everybody wants peace, we make war?
even in the darkest of times, to have a bright, burning light of humanity is the most important thing that we can do, and I do see our mission as part of that. In fact, I'll confess I was moved to tears by some of the playing, and I'm someone who goes to a lot of classical music concerts every year, and some of it's good and some of it's pretty good. This was just really extraordinary. This was at the very highest levels of classical music playing, and I was so enthusiastic after that concert that I came up afterwards to meet Edward and Laura Schmieder, and I approached them with checkbook in hand and I said, tell me what I can do to help this organization. I'm here to devote whatever time and energy and resources I can to make this thing go forward.
Important thing is just to play. So if someone says come and play, and I will come.
The young musicians are very, very special because they are all, in a sense, on the threshold of a career, I'm sure. As individuals, I think they will do wonderful things.
Down the road, I'm looking at them maturing and getting their own positions. After the festival, when they go home, the friendship and professional relationship does not end. They are free to create their own groups and opportunities. Basically, we help them to create a cultural network of a future.